Hey, so this is for the continuous still. I'm trying to build a fractional distillation column or a rectification column, which is highlighted up here. I have all the tower pieces for the most part. So for right now, I am trying to figure out how to tap off the stainless steel column I have here by drilling holes in the rectification column to put in the liquid takeoffs at different levels. We're going to put a stainless steel rod through the middle with perf plates on each level, and I have a D flag up here to be run 100% cold. So depending on how the trial runs go, I heard that having an adjustable water flow to have an ideal temperature for the hearts to be on the first, maybe second, and then tails on the third or fourth. And I've also heard running it super cold and having only the hearts, the heads being taken off the top, and then the hearts and the tails, so on and so forth. So it's gonna be a trial run for that. I have a glass column here with rods already in it with the perf plates. I'm gonna attach downcomers on them to help with the flooding. And then I got this stainless steel column right here with 5 ports on the side. I'm just gonna put some covers over the 3 on top, and then I'm gonna use my boiler with a high temperature hose attached to the second to last, and then use the last port as to dump the tails or water into a collecting vessel. And then from there, I'm gonna take the wash and pump it into a chiller, which will then cool down the temperature of the water tails that comes off the column, and then run over to my boiler, which I have a tri-clamp on the side of the boiler, where I'm gonna put a condenser with an end cap on, which will cycle the steam inside this condenser that I'm gonna attach and preheat the beer more. And then I'm gonna run the beer up to the bottom of this column. I'm gonna drill a hole in, and that'll be my beer feed for the column right underneath the rectification plates. I also have seen where I have another device that might be able to hook between the glass column and this column and face it to that, so I'm still not sure about that. And then also on the top, I'm not sure if I want to run a little cover adapter with a little copper hose that comes off and just run the heads out by that, or attach the 2-inch clamp 90-degree bend and then shoot down with a condenser for the heads, and maybe run some of the beer feed to the condenser to warm it up even more before I hit the column. So I'm not quite sure. That's design number 1. It's about less than $200 to get the miscellaneous parts, and then I have to still build the column plates. Or option 2 would be this design, where I attach the column to the boiler. I have my glass column here, and then I have the full stainless steel column here, and then I have this little attachment. It's a 3-inch clamped takeoff, where all the wash or water that's left over will go into the bucket, and then I'm going to put copper tubing inside the hole of this device, so the steam will have more of a condensed shooting path instead of being just a open area. And then have the plates and the takeoffs built into the side of the column. And then, like I said earlier, have the condenser on the side of the pot with a shut-off valve controlling the amount of steam that will come off this as well, and then into where the beer feed will be. So it's kind of like, if I'm having trouble with the temperature up here, I can also have this control valve here to help optimize with the beer that's coming in, as well as have the beer chiller come in to cool down the liquid that's coming off the column, and run it into the condenser and the deflag before it goes into the column. So there's the two that I'm going to try to design and see how it goes. Eventually I'll show you the column pieces that I have, but I can't all attach it because I don't have all the tri-clamps or the covers and stuff like that. But for the continuous refractional still, I've seen this design off of some Facebook pages that is a smaller column. The feed rate's a little bit slower, but it's effective, and it's smooth takeoff. So I might try this design first because it's a little more cost effective to build this one than the one I showed you before, but to be continued. Hey guys, for the continuous fractional distillation part 2, this is the first design I showed on paper, but this is the one I would like to have. Here's the idea. So I have the 3-inch columns. I have the ports that come off right here. I might just do covers and tri-clamps to cover them up. This last one will be my steam injected from the pot, and I'll have like high temperature hose come down. And then this right here at the bottom will be my wash off take for anything that's left. And I kind of have an idea on having downcomers built into these to help with the flooding, give me an idea like the flow rate. And then I'll have my top column with the takeoffs for the rectification part, with the beer feed coming in right here. So and then I'll have the perf plates going all the way down, as well as from up here too. This is kind of like the column I would like to have, depending on where my location of my beer feed is, because the more plates, the better flow rate I can have, depending on the math. And then I'll have the deflag up top, which gives me a little bit more room for the top up here. And then, yeah, so that's the ideal, what I want to do. And if you guys want to support me, I'll link my GoFundMe to have my ability to afford all this. I would definitely appreciate the donations. But if not, no worries. Just give you an idea of the progress and what I'm expected to hopefully get done in the next couple of months, and maybe start running trial runs to see how this is. Not many people have a full column. A lot of people have columns that come off the pot. So hopefully this is successful, and here we go. All right, I'm out. Hey, so this is for the continuous fractional distillation. So I wanted to give you a quick look at what I have going on. So I got the kettle for one of the designs. Here's that 2-inch tri-clamp right there. That will hold the condenser, which is back there. So it'll be more of like a steam heat exchanger. I've used it before and it's really effective with a deflag instead of a huge one. And then I got my glass column. I'll have an off-take port right here, which is in my mess that's over there. And then I'll have the beer feed come in about here, and then I'll have my off-takes drilled and welded in on the side coming down. And then for the head, for the deflag will sit up here with the heads take off up there. That's one of the designs I have. I'm a little limited to height clearances because I have this column right here. It's a 3-inch column with the 5 ports. And the original videos I had the 2-inch with the perf plates that are not quite flush with the wall, but it was an attempt in the prior videos. So I'll show you the first design I showed you. This is just the second one, and I'll kind of give you an idea.